Okay, people, so I asked Chat GPT how to make an orgonite pyramid. Then, to be on the safe side, I asked it what an orgonite pyramid actually was. And then it occurred to me I should make one and go and find a witch to test it for me to see if it works. Does that make sense? Possibly not. Anyway, watch on. Hardener, moulds, all the materials you need. Talks about the correct protective gear, preparing your workspace, all the usuals for resin, how to mix the resin, layering up the pyramid. So what it's talking about here is adding layers of metal shavings, although I haven't found out that you can use coils and decorative shapes of metal as well. Crystals, you put your largest one in the centre, ensure that it's standing upright. Okay, keep layering it up. So metal, crystal, resin, and so on. I then asked it what actually is an orgonite pyramid. So this is what it said. Device believed to harness and amplify orgone energy, a concept derived from Wilhelm Reich's theories on the universal life force present in all living things. So key components: resin acts as an organic medium that shrinks during curing, creating pressure on the quartz crystal within the pyramid and generating a something I can't pronounce effect, believed to enhance energy properties. Metal shavings conducts the energy, and then crystals store, amplify and transmit energy. Energy balance, electromagnetic radiation mitigation, positive environmental effects, spiritual well-being. What I'll do, I'll copy this whole thing down into the video description for you. So the way I'm going to make my metal spirals is like this. I'm going to basically take a piece of this copper wire, just I'm going to cut little lengths of it off and make them into little spirals with some round nose pliers. And I might make them taper. The annoying thing is I've got a thing somewhere for making springs, a proper winder, and I don't know where it is. I haven't used it for years. But all I'm doing is keep twisting and twisting and feeding it in. They're going to be a bit irregular. They don't need to be perfect. Now, I don't know where I saw this thing about spirals being okay. You can do flat spirals as well. Just be careful if you're doing this, because obviously wire, and if you do use metal shavings, it can be sharp.
Got my crystals out tonight, gonna make it feel so right. Orgonite pyramid inside, wanna show you something bright. Magic in my hands, it grows, energy in every stone. Hope my witch friend really knows all the love that I've shown. Put it under the moonlight, watch it sparkle in the night.
Conductivity seems to be the requirement of whatever metal you use, so I have decided on copper wire, because copper wire is what they use in electrical cables and things. I don't know if they still do. Do they still? I don't know. I know I have stripped down some wire in the past, like electrical cables, scrap electrical cables, and found copper wire inside it. So, however, I didn't on this occasion. I just bought some because I wanted some nice shiny new looking stuff. I've got some clear crystal quartz, so we'll be using that. And I've got a little pot here of just assorted crystals. We'll be using those as well. And of course we'll be using resin. And quite appropriately, I'll be using Apex resin as I'm making a pyramid. Even the name's appropriate. How's that? I don't know how many of these I need to make, but this is going to be done in several layers anyway. So that'll do me for one layer. Now, the first thing to do is to get some resin in here. I could cut all these little ends off. Shall I cut all the little ends off? Okay, so that's a start. This is going to go in layers anyway, so I'll make some more later when we do the next layer. First thing to do, it said to put the biggest crystal in the middle. Well, these are all fairly hefty, aren't they? But it also gives you the first problem of how do you make that crystal stay upright. So the first thing I'm going to do is get some resin in there. We'll get our first layer. This is just a perfectly ordinary pyramid mould that many of us have got. It is brand new, so it's nice and shiny. It's got a chunky base, so it should stay upright. Right, gloves time. So, got my gloves, got my mask, all sorted. Now, the resin I'm going to use, as I said, is Apex. And this is the Apex High Gloss. Now, if I was doing this all in one go, in one pour, I would be using the deep pour one. It's called Deep Cast. However, Because I'm going to be doing it in layers, it doesn't matter. It's not going to flash cure, is it? That's the theory. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this first layer in, and I think I'm going to just put a tiny dot of colour. Now, people told me that to make it look extra clear, put a dot of blue, which is like, sounds a bit of a contradiction, but I can see where they're coming from, so let's try it. I mean, really the tiniest little dot, so I'm going to wipe my stick off with a cloth. I'm going to put a little dot of colour in a paper pot and just pick up a tiny bit. See what I mean? Just pick up the tiniest little dot. There we go. So it's less than a drop. See what I mean? Very, very subtle. Now, I'm going to pour this in, and while that cures, we'll think about how to make a crystal that goes in the centre stand up. Now, I've got a load of bubbles in there. They will degas, don't worry. This resin degasses really, really well. It's just the way I stir it far too fast. So stir it more slowly, you won't have a problem. And even if you do get bubbles, it will degas. To avoid introducing more bubbles, still, I'm going to pour it down the side. Now, be aware that whatever you do, I find you always with pyramids end up with a bubble stuck in the point. Can you see that? So what I'm going to do is get a micro brush and poke it. You do down the slope sides as well, down these corners. So there we go, just got that little blighter out. Just do a little bit of that. Let it stand for a minute and just make sure that that's got rid of it. Looks like it has. So I'm going to pour the rest of this in now. I'm just going to chuck it in. There we are. It's had the biggest. There's not a lot in it, so I think that one's probably the chunkiest. And we need to make it stand up. So what I'm going to do is get some glue and 2 lollipop sticks. We're going to make a frame like this to hold it, and the glue I'll be using will be some ultraviolet curing glue. So let's put some of the glue. The glue is from Let's Resin, by the way. I can't find it actually in their store, but I found it on Amazon, and it's great. Because once I snap the wood, these sticks off, you're not going to be able to see this, are you? So I'm only going to put a little bit. Now, of course, because the crystal is clear, we should be able to go straight through it. Now, the important thing here, I think, is to make sure that the crystal's at a right angle. Stay vaguely upright. It's not quite right, quite vertical. I'm just going to put something under one side until I get it vertical. Maybe like that. That looks about right. It's close enough. Okay, I'm just going to leave that now till it cures. So this looks like job done. That's firmed right up. Let's see if we can just... There we are. Snap these off. Now, that I think is going to stand proud of the base. Darn it, didn't want that to happen. However, I'm sure we can come up with something for that. Right, let's get some little bits of crystal in. I've got these little tiny bits that I found in amongst my crystal collection. See, this is still a bit soft, so I should be able to press them in a little bit. And I think I fancy them kind of radiating out, but not too uniformly. I want these layers to be quite subtle, but I do want them to be defined from each other. And I wanted the top to look almost completely clear. So let's start to get a bit of colour in here. Hopefully the crystals will show through it. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they do. Anyway. And let's pour that in. So the idea with this layer is it almost covers the crystals I've just put in. Sorry about the wooden stick, by the way. Yes, I know it introduces bubbles. It's just what happened to be the first thing I grabbed. A little drop of Marbu Rainbow. This is the stuff that creates a crazy mad shimmer. Now, doesn't seem to be currently in stock in many places in the UK, which is a shame. I don't know about the rest of the world, because I could do with some more, but hey. But that's just going to create a mad shimmer, and it's just going to go across the surface. So I'm just going to leave that. Then the next layer, we'll start to add in the little bits of metal. We'll put some more crystals in. Probably not the big ones. Go for this assortment of little ones, maybe. Okay, time to get some crystals in here, I think. Now, what I'm going to do is start to get a bit earthier with the colours, because we're going down into the ground. That's the feeling I want to give it. I'm still annoyed with myself for leaving that sticking up in the middle. I should have known better. Anyway, these are the crystals I've got. These are a big pack of cheap little kind of assorted crystals that are from... I honestly can't remember. Temu, I think, probably. And I'm going to push them to the outside because I want them to be kind of seen. But what I do want to do is start to get the colours, like I said, more earthy. Throw quartz there. I don't know what the red one is. Is that labradorite? I don't know. Might be a bit of jasper in here. There's definitely some crystal quartz. Just trying to push it to the edges so you can see it, that's all. Seems a shame to put it in and not be able to see it. So what I'm going to do is run some clear around the edges. Well, I'll start in the middle. Might as well push in and out, mightn't it? I'm getting to the point now where I'm needing quite a bit of resin because it's getting bigger. Now, the colour I've decided on is dark purple, which is from Let's Resin. It's like a deep, rich. Yeah, okay, they've named it well. It's dark purple. I'll give them that one. And I'm going to put it in the middle. Now, I might put the next layer in using that same colour too. I don't know yet. You see what I mean? It's like a dark purple rather than a bright, startlingy purple. So what I'm hoping is I'll end up with like a bit of clear around the edges, fading to this purple in the centre. Although this side seems to have other ideas, doesn't it? It's gone right out to the corner, the purple has there. So let's encourage the other sides to do the same. Only in the corners. I'm hoping this will almost sit on top of the first colour I put in. But you know, resin does what resin does. It has a mind of its own, so I'm not too worried if it does something strange. I'm just kind of hoping I'll have it a little bit clearer around the edges so that we can actually see the little crystals, which will take us down to our last layer. So I've got to now think about what we do with the last layer. Right, let's see for the last layer then. Okay, two things we need to do now. One is get this demoulded and file the edges, you know, get it just finished off and have a look at it. And the second is to find ourselves someone who knows about these things. You know, if we could find ourselves a witch, then we can get them to check it over and say, well, yeah, I think that's working. I'm feeling the energy of it and things like that. So, get this out. Oh, that's turned out rather pretty. Tell you what, that resin. Now, what you can't see is the crystal sticking up in the middle. So, that was a bit pointless. Note to self, next time, use a coloured crystal in the middle. This is what I meant by rubber feet. I think they call them bumpers. Okay, I will see you in a few seconds. Which might be a day or two for me. I've got to go find me a witch to assess the power of this thing. I'll leave it to you all to decide whether you believe in this sort of thing or not. Some do, some don't. Personally, I'm open-minded about pretty much anything, me. I just need to find someone who knows about it to tell me whether, in their opinion, they know it, they think it works. But whoever it was that's bugging me a little while ago to make a pyramid, there you go, I've made a pyramid. And it's nice, isn't it? With or without the whole Orgonite power thing. I like how you can still see the bits of crystals I put around the sides, and the purple is kind of billowed out between them. I like how that Marbu rainbow has kind of appeared but not taken over. And the little copper spirals. The copper's kept its colour, look, it's gone slightly darker, but it's pretty much kept its colour. So yeah, right, I'm off to find me a witch. To be more witch.
Hey.
So this is B. Now B is my expert. She knows all about this thing. I am so not an expert on this. In fact, it was seeing some of the things that B had got that made me kind of intrigued and look it all up. So can you have a look at my little pyramid for me? And if anybody's interested, by the way, you can find B on TikTok. I'll put you a link down below.
Just for some background, this is my life. Crystals, cards, all that spooky stuff is my absolute life. So we'll just see if we can feel anything off of this. You can feel a little bumpy bump there.
So how do you do that? Just show me what to do, see if I can feel it.
You use your non-dominant hand and you're looking for like a change in energy under your hand. If I put a crystal next to it, if you try and hover across them and see if you can feel like a wave. It's like a little bump usually, or like a tingle or...
I've got a slight tingle in my thumb, but I don't know whether that's just me imagining it or what. Ooh, maybe I haven't got the, the whatever talent. But you're picking something up. Because I wasn't sure whether it would work or not. I just did, had a go.
Yeah, so I know that my crystal's there. I can feel that. It feels like, it feels like dense energy. And then when I come over here, it feels like a little light bump like this.
So there is something there.
Yeah. So from what we've said, because we have spoke about crystals in more, got a weird belief system. That's fine by me. But because of the way that I believe that they work, I was trying to have a look at your colours. But it feels like it's got healing aspects. So it feels quite light, like clear quartz.
Yeah, there's clear quartz in the middle there.
Yeah.
It's sticking straight up.
Yeah.
It's about as big as half my little finger.
Mm-hmm.
But because of the clear resin, it's kind of vanished.
Yeah.
And then there's clear quartz layer across it.
But that means that your resin pouring is so good that you've now lost the crystal in the clarity, which is
obviously.
good.
It's my natural skill.
But
and then there's also, then I put, as you can see, probably in the edge of where the purpley area is, I put clear around the edge first, so you'd be able to see the crystals still. And there's all sorts in there. And then, of course, the little copper coils.
I really like the purple. I do think that if you were to use stones with intention, or like an intention behind each pyramid that you make, rather than like, because it doesn't feel like a mishmash, but it feels like
Chaos?
A little bit, yeah. It just kind of feels like you just know there's something there, whereas that feels dense. If I've got anything else. No, I can't imagine which colour is this. So like that feels lighter. So because they've all got different intentions. So if you were going to build one for love, so make things feel more love or feel more gentle, like soothing, you'd go for like your rose quartz and your pinks. Like rose quartz, maybe a bit of aventurine. And it's built it with intention.
Yeah.
Rather than just form crystals. But not bad considering this has come up, what was it, Chat
GPT. Yeah, it didn't. All I did was I said to Chat GPT, how do I make an orgonite pyramid?
Yeah.
And it explained it. And then I thought, I better ask it what one is as well. So I asked it that. And then I thought I better ask it. But it didn't specify what crystals. It just said crystals. And I confess, I did do a bit of looking online as well. Looked at some other people's videos, which were quite old, most of them. And it didn't really talk about which crystals or which metals. I went for the copper because I know that's what you put inside electrical wires.
Yeah.
So I thought as conductivity goes, that had got to be a...
Obviously, I make stuff as well, but not with resin. But if I was going to create something like this with crystals of intention, I would be using maybe like your rose quartz and your clear quartz. And I like the spirals. If you can get your spiral crimming up, it will project the energy. It like creates a pointer for the energy.
That would help with that.
Yeah. So, yeah, and then it won't feel like, poof. It will feel streamlined. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah, I get what you mean. You know, ironically, this is so like my crafts generally. Just chuck it in, see what happens. It goes anywhere.
Same as my craft. But yeah, lovely. And it looks really nice, doesn't it? I really like the purple.
Thought you might.
Perfect. Matches my nails.
I know. It's by Let's Resin. It's just called Dark Purple, which I thought was a good self-explanatory name.
Like an amethyst one with that would be really nice with the purple bits.
I've got amethyst as well.
Amethyst and clear quartz together like that.
Be lovely, wouldn't it? Well, there you go. Well, thank you ever so much then.
Welcome.
So it's doing something, it's just a bit disorganised. I think it's I'm barking up the right trick. Well, thank you very much indeed for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Much appreciated. And there you go, everybody. I will put Be More Witch's link for you down in the video description as well. So if you want to look at what she does on TikTok, then you'll be very welcome to do so.
Disclaimer, I'm more for the weird and the wonderful.
You thought I was weird until you met Be More Witch. Take care, and we'll see you for the next one.